from Creative the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In the UK. Thank you for joining me today. Today's craft along video is a little bit different. It's the second in my sketch challenge for my Christmas card makes. To try and make me accountable and make sure I do it, I've decided to film once a month and just run through with you the sketch that I'm using and how I've come to the choices that I've made. So, shall we get crafting? So the second sketch in the challenge is this one. I've decided to do square cards for Christmas. Well, it's only February. It's only February, and I've already decided to do all square cards, but that may change as the year goes on. So I have used this sketch. It's basically just layered squares with a circle in the middle, and then what I did was in the VIP group that I run for customers, we're actually doing a monthly challenge this time, which is all about dies, about just using dies to make cards, no stamping, nothing else, just your dies. So one of the sets that I thought would be really useful is this Stylish Shapes, because it's squares, it's got squares in it, and as it's a square card, that's perfect. So I have used the smallest square and the biggest square because I figure that is going to give me lots of layers. I also knew that I would want some sort of sentiment on, and as I didn't want to stamp the sentiment, I've used some of these lovely new alphabet dies. So they're like that, they're very narrow, very thin, so I've used J, O and Y because obviously it spells joy, and that's the shortest sentiment that I could get on the front of my card, so I've used some of those as well. I also wanted to add a bit of detail, so I've used this embossing folder which is from the Christmas catalogue. It's actually the Wintry 3D, but it's the snowflake one, so I've used that in my card as well. Was there anything else? I needed something for the joy to sit on, so I've used that die. I did think about cheating and use a punch because it's slightly bigger, but I thought no, let's go with the die. And this is from the pocket die stack, which I can't think what it's called at the moment. You know, the one that makes the little pocket card, so I've used that as well. So they're the three that I've used. So what did I do next? Firstly, I need to decide what size card. So this is a 5x5, but I also have somewhere a 4x4. So I've got two sizes of card. I'm not sure which I'm going to use. I have already die cut some of the shapes. So I've decided to go with clean lines, and I've got white. So let's just see what I've got. I've got that in white, but I also where is it? I've also embossed that in case, because I'm not sure whether I want an embossed square or a flat square. I've got lots of these die cut as well, the smaller shape. I've got this die cut in white as well, and then joy, the letters joy, I have die cut in silver because I quite like the silver with it. Now what I've done is, because that's going to be across the middle of my oval, I have put a strip of adhesive sheet through the middle of a piece of silver card, and I've just die cut that so they will only stick in the middle, so that if they overhang, it's not going to stick to different bits. They're just going to have a bit of sticky in the middle. So we've got those ready to go as well. So let's bring all those bits. There's the O for that. And let's see what we can make. What was the other thing I did? Decorated with happiness. gives you all the dies in that are all these sort of leaves, and I fancy putting some of those on as well. Let me get a few out so you can see. So there's a nice little sprig that gives you these, and I've just die cut those in a few different colours just to have a play. So I guess now the squares layering, I need to decide which card. So we've got this one, that's quite nice on that size. That, the only thing with embossing that, can you see it's sort of warped the card a bit, so it's not flat and smooth. Do I like that? I'm not sure I do. So let's just do that again. Put the squares on, pretend we're going to do it. It's nice, but it's sort of, I don't like the background where it's not so flat. Okay, let's not have an embossed background. How about if we just had a flat background and we put the white squares on the top? That's okay, but it looks a bit plain. Okay, what about if we add an embossed square that's slightly bigger? So this is just cut out because I've got all sorts here. That's all right, that's actually quite nice. That's going to go across there. The joy bit is going to go across there. Yeah, that's okay. I feel like it's missing something. We're going to put these greenery bits here, like so. Or maybe they need to go round a bit. We'll figure that out in a minute. Feels like it needs some more silver. So I'm just having a play around at the minute. What about if I put a silver square first, and then the white? Would that look better? That sort of makes the silver stand out a bit. Let's take these off a minute. Or what about if we also had that? You don't really see it though, do you? Don't see that. What about if the silver was smaller? Is it? Because there's quite a bit of an edge. What about if there's just a really fine edge? That might look nice. Or maybe it's just the fact that it's a smaller card. That looks a bit lost on there, doesn't it? And then that definitely looks lost. Not the bigger card then, the smaller card. Now we just need to decide on this. So that goes there. Then does that just go on top? Or do we need a silver behind the white? And then the white. And then the joy. What does that look like? It's quite nice. Something is not quite right. Maybe it's because it's not layered up. Okay. Maybe it's too fussy. What do you think? Ideas? I really want to do that. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely happy with that. It's these layers I'm not so sure on. I feel like we need the silver, but maybe a narrower silver. Let's see if we trim that. We just do it with scissors. So I'm just looking for a really thin border. How about that? Is that still too wide? Maybe it's the white. It's too thingy. Maybe that. Okay. If I glue that down, it's going to stay in place, isn't it? Okay. I'm actually thinking that that's quite nice. Should we go with that? Okay, let's glue this piece to this piece, because then I'm hoping that that will make it stay down. Did I bring the glue? Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's also nice. I've just put glue on that side. Ah, that's what I should have done. On the next one I will, because I'm making 10 of these. So I'm joining in with a Christmas card challenge that my friend and fellow Demo runs, and the idea is that you make 10 Christmas cards a month, and then by the time Christmas comes around you've already got quite a few. Some of us only make 5 cards, some of us make some cards and some tags and all sorts of bits. So if you don't need that many Christmas cards, you could make 5 or 10 of something else towards your Christmas stash, so that by the time Christmas comes round you're sorted, you're really done, and you don't have to worry too much. You can just play with your new stuff. Okay, I'm just pressing that down because I really want that to go flat. Okay, when I turned it over, I like the imprint of the other side. So that's the raised side, but I actually really like that side. So on my next one, I'm going to do it that way around, because it's just a subtle difference, but it's a really nice difference. So from this is going to go on here, but I'm going to put that on with dimensionals because I felt like it was just too flat. So let's just put some dimensionals, one in each corner, and then a couple across the middle, like so. So remember, this started off with just a sketch of a square within a square with 4 squares on it and a circle in the middle. So I've tweaked it a little bit because I'm not doing a circle in the middle, I'm doing an oval. So that's going to go in there. Now these, I want these to go on like so, but do I want those on a dimensional? I don't think so. Do I? Because this is going to be on a dimensional, so no. Let's do that. So we're going to put those straight on with some glue. I haven't got any ribbon on this. That would have made it nice as well, wouldn't it? But then that's a lot of fuss on one little card, so maybe not. Okay, there's this square. These are like the cutest, tiniest little squares, aren't they? They're really nice. Don't feel like that's straight. It's really hard to see at an angle. Okay, this one. That's going to go about there. I'm not sure that I've got the positioning quite how I want it. But we're going to go with it, because this is like our practice first one, isn't it? Okay. Now this is going to go on dimensionals in the middle. So I'm going to put 2, not because it's got any weight, but I want it to be even. Okay, that's going to go on there. And I've matched the stitching on this to the stitching on the squares. That is also why I didn't go with the punch shape, because the punch shape is just smooth. It hasn't got stitching around the outside. Okay, Joy, let's put this on next. So if I put the O on first, remember there's only sticky adhesive in the middle. So that is going to go there. Okay, and then Y is next to it. And I can get that quite tight next to it. And there's only sticky in the middle, so that will just look like it's floating. And then this one, Doesn't look like it's got any sticky on it. It's got to be there. Where is it? Where's it come from? It's really hard to see. Maybe it hasn't. Oh, look at that. So I'm putting it back in so I can see where it is. There is some on it, but it's such a little amount that I'm going to put some glue on because I feel like I'm going to split. That's going to go just there. Oh, make sure it's level, that would help, wouldn't it? Okay, so that's the joy bit. Now these, so I'm going to put them underneath, or two of them are going to be underneath. So that's going to go like that. This one's going to go down this side. And this one is going to go on there. So I'm just going to poke out those little bits that were left. It definitely needs a bit of sparkle on it as well, doesn't it? Right, that's going to go. So I'm just putting some dobs of glue on there. And that's going to go there. So yes, it needs some bling. What could we put on there? I need a little snowflake or two from silver, don't I? And I think that'll be it. That'll be my cards for this month. So I need now to go away and make 10 more. So if we look at our shape, so we've got the outer square, we've got the inner, which is there, we've got 4 squares, and we've got an oval on ours instead of a circle, but we've added the joy and a little bit of pine leaves, and that's it. That's our design made. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching that and it's inspired you a little, and thank you for watching. Bye.